Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. Got a DIY hack for you guys today. Prop spacers, okay? Have you guys ever, had a smaller boat with an 1/8 shaft or a 4mm shaft that you wanted to run, say, a 3/16 bored propeller on, or a 4mm bore propeller on an 1/8 shaft? Just kind of a whim. You have some small props laying around that would work on your smaller boats. Like, why not, just to see what the boat does? If you guys are cheap like me, why not? Why not? So stick around. I'll show you guys how to do it. I'll try to keep the video short. So let's take this 4mm flex cable and 4mm shaft. All right, this is kind of an oddball cable size, shaft size. All right, prop choice for a 4mm shaft is kind of few and far between. There's plenty out there, don't get me wrong, but ABC don't make a 4mm bored propeller. Octura doesn't make a 4mm bored propeller. So you're gonna have to shim that shaft up to run an ABC prop. I've got to fix this one. Or, like an Oxidean prop. This is a small 34-14 Oxidean with a 3/16 bore. That would be perfect for a 4mm size shaft and the boat size to go along with it. So what you're gonna need to run a 3/16 propeller on a 4mm shaft is a 3/16 brass tube. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Okay, when you actually want to run a 4mm prop on an 1/8 shaft, all right, you're gonna need a 5/32 brass tube. Okay, 5/32 for the 4mm propeller that fits on the 1/8 shaft. If you want to run a 3/16 bore propeller, see how like thin that hub right there is? I can run that 3/16 bore propeller on this little 1/8 shaft, and it would actually work pretty good with my drive dog. You guys see that? You're gonna need the 5/32 brass tube along with the 3/16 board or 3/16 brass tube. You feel me? All right, so this one right here, this is the 5/32. This fits on an 1/8 shaft. Okay, you guys see that? It fits on an 1/8 shaft, and you can run a 4mm propeller on that shaft now. Okay, there's just the smallest minute amount of slop. Okay, but once you put your nut on there, it'll get everything centered up. Okay, if you want to run the 3/16 prop, you're going to need the 5/32 brass tube inside the 3/16 tube. So we got the 5/32 inside the 3/16 tube, and we should be able to put a 3/16 bored propeller on the 1/8 shaft. Okay, and this actually comes in handy, like if you hit something, like I hit this 17/16 right here, and I want to actually save this propeller. I rolled all the edges over. Okay, I basically did the same thing with this 15/16. Okay, I turned a prop that looked like that into this. Okay, I haven't found a boat that runs good on yet, but I will. So, if you have that scenario, where you have to cut down a prop excessively, this one right here wouldn't be good for an 1/8 shaft because the hub is larger, but that 17/16 right there would be good on a 4mm shaft. You guys see that? The hub's actually the same size as a 4mm drive dog. Okay, you guys see what I'm saying? To kind of point this out, these are all prop spacers that I keep in my box. I kind of keep some different sizes, some short ones, some long ones of each, and I'm gonna add a couple more to my little collection just in case I lose them, or I'm running a prop with a prop spacer on one boat and I want to try it on another boat type deal. So let's go ahead and cut this 5/32. Okay, 5/32 outside diameter is 3.8. Okay. $37.19 that I've cut down to a 34. See how it fits right in there. Okay, and then we slide it right on the boat. Boom. Okay, and then once you put your nut on, once you tighten down the nut on the prop, it'll center the prop on the shaft. With that shim in there, everything will kind of be centered. That's the one we just cut. Now we're going to get our 3/16 tube, and I'm going to just kind of mark it because I want it to be exactly the same length. So we got our 5/32 tube that we cut previous. Okay, this is our 3/16 tube that we just cut. Pretty freaking simple. And you just slide it over the 5/32. Sometimes it's a tight fit, so you may need to sand that 5/32, the smaller one, to fit the 3/16. Okay, so now we can put a 3/16 bored propeller on an 1/8 shaft. Okay, this is just a little bit overkill. I just wanted to show you guys for reference. Okay, this is more to size, you know, like a 32 to, I've found 34 to 36 millimeter 3/16 bore props that will actually work on an 1/8 drive dog. Okay, like I said, you don't want like a 3/16 hub on a 1/8 drive dog like that, because that's going to create drag and you don't want that. Okay, just so you know. Okay, so that's how you make prop adapters. Pretty simple. 5/32, 3/16. Okay, that's how you can run bigger props on a smaller shaft. If you have, say, a 3/16 strut and you're running a 3/16 prop shaft on your boat, and you want to run a smaller bored propeller on this 3/16 shaft, okay, that's a 3/16 prop. If you want to run, say, a 4mm prop on this boat, or an 1/8 propeller on this boat, okay, if you got like a lightweight boat, you can go with this guy right here. Okay, this is a step down 3/16 to 1/8 prop shaft. Okay, 3/16 shaft for your strut, 1/8 for your 1/8 propeller, or if you use the 5/32 shim, you can put a 4mm prop on it. You're going to need this guy right here. Here's your part number from Octura. OC61504PS. This is a 3/16 diameter, step down to 1/8 shaft, 0.150 bore for a 0.150 flex cable. I actually use JB Weld to make this connection on these smaller, lighter weight boats. JB steel weld in the shaft on the cleaned up, properly prepped drive shaft will hold 4S. Okay, it'll actually hold 6S on small lightweight boats, but easy, quick way to put smaller props on a bigger strut. Okay, just something for you guys to know. Now Eddie makes 4mm drive shafts that fit a 4mm strut, okay, with a step down 1/8 prop shaft. Okay, so if you're running a 4mm strut, okay, which is common, all right, 4mm step down to 1/8, you could, at OSE, he sells a lot of different prop shafts that are stepped down or actually even stepped up. I'm pretty sure Eddie makes a few oddball sizes, and you know, just something for you guys to think about. Check it out at OSE. Okay, so TFL makes a bunch of 4mm bored propellers. This is a 19 series. I think it goes from 37 to like 45. They also have the 4-pitch, 14-pitch propellers. I think it's like a 35 to 45 or something like that, 4mm. And Oxidean actually carries several 4mm bored propellers. This is a 36-16. He also has a 34 14-pitch. I think he's got a couple of 3-blade 4mm bored propellers that you can run on a 4mm shaft or a shimmed up 8th shaft. So blue Loctite them together. Like this guy right here, I actually put red Loctite on it, so these two right here won't come apart. Okay, I actually do that to all of them. And then I'll have the ones that are separate, so I don't get them mixed up when I'm like, you know what I'm saying. All right, so hopefully you guys found it interesting, entertaining. Hopefully it helps you out with your hobby. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check my TikTok out. About to post a new video next couple days. We'll see you next time.